Whether you loved it or hated it, Brave New World is packed with details for eagle-eyed Marvel fans. From the leader's prison at comic book-inspired Camp Echo 1 to Sam Wilson's Eagle 1 call sign, the movie is filled with deep-cut nods to reward longtime viewers. Starting off our list is a location that might seem familiar to eagle-eyed comic book fans, Camp Echo 1. This is where the leader, a classic Hulk villain, is being held prisoner in Brave New World. For those familiar with the source material, Camp Echo 1 is more than just a generic military base. In the comics, it was specifically designed as a high-tech facility intended to peacefully contain Bruce Banner and manage his transformations into the Hulk. The inclusion of Camp Echo 1 in the MCU is a neat layered nod to Hulk's extensive history in Marvel Comics. It's a prime example of how the MCU often cleverly adapts and reimagines established elements from the comics, rewarding longtime readers with these deep-cut references while enriching the cinematic universe's own narrative. Sam Wilson officially gets a new call sign in Brave New World. He's now known as Eagle 1. This might sound like a simple designation, but it's actually a very cool and meaningful callback to his original superhero persona, Falcon. For years, Sam soared through the skies as the Falcon, a winged hero and steadfast partner to Captain America. Eagle 1 isn't just a random bird-related name. It directly evokes the imagery and spirit of his Falcon identity. This subtle yet impactful detail beautifully symbolizes Sam's complete evolution. He's not just becoming Captain America, he's bringing his entire history and experience as Falcon into this new role. It underscores that he's not trying to erase his past or simply mimic Steve Rogers. Instead, he's forging his own path as Captain America, informed by everything he's learned and accomplished as Falcon. The Eagle 1 call sign subtly but powerfully emphasizes his growth from a trusted sidekick into a full-fledged Captain America, ready to lead in his own right and carry on the legacy while making it distinctly his own. Did you catch that incredibly smooth, classic Captain America move during Sam's opening battle? In a split second of action, Sam expertly stomps on the side of his shield, using his foot to precisely control the leverage and cause the vibranium disc to flip directly up into the air, perfectly positioned for him to catch. This isn't just a cool action flourish. It's a signature move that we've seen Steve Rogers, the original Captain America, perform countless times throughout his MCU tenure. For fans, it's an instantly recognizable piece of Captain America's fighting style. By incorporating this specific shield maneuver into his own combat repertoire, Sam is doing more than just wielding the shield. He's actively embracing the full Captain America legacy. It's a powerful visual cue that signals his respect for what came before and his commitment to honoring Steve's example. However, crucially, Sam executing this move doesn't feel like mimicry. He performs it with his own style and physicality, demonstrating that while he's carrying on the mantle, he's also making the role his own. It's a subtle but effective way of showing Sam's journey. He's not trying to be Steve Rogers, but rather he's becoming his own Captain America, while still respecting and incorporating the iconic elements of the hero's established fighting techniques. President Ross seems to have a sweet tooth. Throughout the movie, he's seen enjoying suckers instead of his usual cigars. This might seem like a random detail, but it's likely a nod to former US President Ronald Reagan and his famous love for jelly beans. It's a fun little connection between the fictional and real world of politics. Even years later, the effects of the blip are still being felt. During President Ross's speech, he mentions half the world disappearing, a clear reference to Thanos' snap in Infinity War. It's a quick reminder of the lasting impact the blip had on the MCU and how it continues to shape the world of Brave New World. So that wraps up the first 5 Easter eggs, showcasing how Brave New World blends comic inspiration with MCU callbacks in its initial half. But believe it or not, there's still more to uncover. Stay tuned for part 2, where we dive into even deeper cuts and hidden details. Did you think the Easter egg hunt was over? We're halfway through. Remember the truly awe-inspiring sight of that colossal celestial emerging from the ocean in Eternals? Well, get ready, because it's back and playing a significant role in Brave New World. Celestial Island, now a permanent fixture in the MCU's geography, becomes a key location in this film. Intriguingly, various countries are shown fiercely vying for control of this unusual landmass, and the reason is its incredibly valuable deposits of adamantium. For those in the know, adamantium is no ordinary metal. It's a powerhouse, often cited as one of the strongest substances in the entire Marvel universe, making it a highly sought-after resource. Speaking of powerful materials in Wakanda, keep a close watch for Joaquin Torres, who is sporting a brand new Falcon suit in this movie. This isn't just any suit, it boasts a striking green and orange color scheme, directly mirroring the visual style of the current Falcon in Marvel Comics, a clear nod to the comic source material. Furthermore, and perhaps unsurprisingly given Wakanda's involvement, the suit is packed to the brim with advanced Wakandan technology, echoing the tech integrated into Sam Wilson's Captain America wings. This detail not only firmly grounds Brave New World within the established interconnected MCU, but also cleverly sets the stage for future possibilities. Many fans are already speculating that the focus on adamantium and its presence on Celestial Island could be a subtle hint towards the potential introduction of Wolverine into the MCU, given that his iconic claws are famously made of this virtually indestructible metal. When General Thaddeus Ross undergoes his shocking transformation into the Red Hulk in Brave New World, his rage doesn't just manifest as brute strength. It's visually spectacular and incredibly dangerous. As he hulks out, his anger intensifies, and this is directly translated into intense heat radiating from his body. We see this in a striking visual detail. Everything he touches begins to scorch and burn. This isn't just a random power-up for the MCU's Red Hulk, it's a direct and faithful nod to the character's comic book origins. In the comics, the Red Hulk's unique physiology means his anger directly escalates his body temperature, making him a literal walking furnace when enraged. This Easter egg is not only visually impressive, adding a unique and fiery element to the Red Hulk's powers on screen, but it also demonstrates a commitment to staying true to the source material, rewarding comic readers with a deep appreciation for this specific detail. It also raises the stakes in any fight involving Red Hulk, as his opponents now have to contend not only with his immense strength, but also with the threat of being burned alive. We first met Isaiah Bradley in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and he plays a significant role in Brave New World. Referred to as the Forgotten Captain America, Bradley's tragic past as a super soldier experimented on by the government adds emotional weight to the story. His presence serves as a reminder of the ethical complexities surrounding super soldiers and the government's questionable actions. Unlike Steve Rogers, Sam Wilson doesn't have super soldier serum, making him a more relatable and human Captain America. At the end of the film, Sam visits the Raft, the supermax prison for superpowered individuals. We see that the current inmates include Thunderbolt Ross, the leader, Zemo, Willis Stryker, and Trish Walker. This Easter egg connects Brave New World to various corners of the MCU and hints at potential future storylines involving these imprisoned characters. This one is hilarious. In a scene where President Ross is pondering a difficult situation, he wonders what President Ford would have done while looking at a portrait of Harrison Ford. This is an unintentional yet hilarious nod to Scary Movie 3, where Leslie Nielsen's president makes the same mistake. It's a blink and you'll miss it moment that adds a touch of unexpected humor to the movie. So next time you dive into Brave New World, keep your eyes peeled for these awesome Easter eggs and hidden details. And if you're hungry for even more Marvel deep dives, be sure to click the end screen link to check out our video breaking down all the Easter eggs you might have missed in the recent Thunderbolts trailer. There's always more to uncover in the MCU.